to my channel. Today I am testing out a new concealer. I'm so excited to share with you guys. This is the Tarte Hydrocealer Concealer. That is a mouthful. That's such a mouthful. I actually bought this on the QVC website. It has not launched on the Sephora website yet, but it looks like it will be coming soon because it's already been uploaded to the website. It's just not available to purchase yet. So this concealer actually retails for $24. It comes in 30 shades. They're also offering a mini size, which I always love it when brands offer mini sizes. I just love that because then, you know, you can kind of try it, see if you like it, and then if you like it, you can use that for traveling and get you a full size. So this concealer is a medium coverage, natural finish concealer made to move with your skin to cover imperfections and hydrate for up to 12 hours. So like I said, medium coverage, natural finish. It's for normal, dry, combo, and oily skin. It has marine plant extracts, vitamin B3, caffeine, lots of good stuff in there. It's also described as a clean formula. So as you guys know, I am 40 years old and I cannot wear the Tarte Shape Tape. That stuff is so drying and just way too thick and way too heavy for my aging under eyes. I have always loved the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I feel like with this concealer, either you love it or you hate it. This is a very hydrating emollient based concealer. I get really good coverage out of this concealer and it just looks really fresh and hydrated. Now, I was interested in this because I was curious how it was going to compare to the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. This has been a cult favorite of mine for a couple of years now. If you guys use the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, in my final thoughts, I will get into the differences between the two formulas. Here on the screen, you will see the swatches that I took of this new Hydrocealer compared to the two shades that I have from the Creaseless Concealer. The shade that I got in this Hydrocealer is 36S, which is medium tan sand. So what I'm noticing is that the shades are running a little bit dark with this concealer. I have one shade darker in the Tarte Creaseless, which is 40S Tan Sand, and that one is lighter than the 36S Medium Tan Sand. So just keep that in mind, that if you are familiar with the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, looks like the shades are running a little bit too dark. I've worn this concealer now 3 days and I really have a good idea of how it wears, how long it lasts, and you know, if it gives me the right amount of coverage that I need. I will be doing some check-ins after the application. I will come back and do some like midday check-ins, do it outdoors so you guys can see what it looks like in natural daylight, and then I will come back later on this evening after wearing it for 12 hours and I will get into my full final thoughts on how I feel about the concealer and who I feel this is best suited for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the application and I will see you guys all in my final thoughts. Okay, so let's go ahead and start testing out this new concealer. I'm just gonna put some right along here. This feels like a very lightweight formula. Don't worry, I'm not using too much. I'm only using what's on the applicator and I wiped off the applicator. So, all right, I'm just gonna kind of use a brush to kind of blend that out. Now on the other side, I'm gonna let it set and see if I get better coverage by letting it set up. Sometimes when you have a really thin concealer formula, if you put it on and then kind of let it set up for 30 seconds to even a minute, sometimes you'll get better coverage. So I'm curious to see if I will get better coverage by doing that. But this blended out really nice and it's very natural. Like I don't even feel like I even put anything on, to be honest with you. This is a very lightweight concealer and it's a very thin formula and it blends right out and it's not heavy on the under eye. It's really, really nice. I think if it had a little bit more coverage, I would be like, yes. As I've gotten older, my circles are getting darker and darker. So I need a really good medium coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on and I'm gonna let it set for about 30 seconds to a minute. Just give it time to set up and then I'm gonna blend it out. Okay, so it's been about a minute. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. And let's see if we can get a little bit better coverage by letting it set up. Okay, I can already tell that by letting it set up, it feels a lot thicker. If you're like me and you need more coverage, definitely put it on and let it set for 30 seconds to a minute. This is really, really pretty concealer. The finish is very soft and radiant. It looks so natural. It just looks really, really smooth and really, really healthy. I like this. So far, you guys, I think this is really, really pretty. So right now it is almost 10 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and wear this all day. I will come back and do like midday check-ins, and then I will come back later on this evening to give you guys my full thoughts on it. I don't know. I have high hopes for this concealer because this concealer looks really good and very natural. So that's it for the application. I will see you guys in my next check-in. Okay, everyone, I am back for a midday check-in on this new concealer from Tarte. I had to run some errands, so I grabbed my dog and we're out running a few errands. I had to go to the post office and, you know, get a few things. So I wanted to pop on camera sitting in my car out in natural daylight so you guys can see what the concealer is looking like. So it is currently almost 4:30 in the afternoon. So I've had it on for between 6 and 7 hours. So it's definitely like midday mark. And as you can see, don't get me wrong, I used my MAC Extended Gigaplay or extended, what is that called? The MAC mascara, the Giga Black, Giga Lash, I don't know. But anyway, I used that mascara so that I wouldn't have any like, you know, mascara dripping down, but it looks like it might be kind of transferring down a little bit. But as you can see, I am starting to lose quite a bit of coverage. I mean, if you guys know you can tell the difference between like what's mascara and kind of what's dark circles. But right here, I have a lot of purple coming through, and I have some purple coming through here. But it does still look pretty decent, I guess. But let's go ahead and zoom you guys in. So this is what the concealer is looking like. It still looks pretty good, like over, you know, this thin area. On this side, right here, you can start to see some of that darkness coming through, but it is a medium coverage, so sometimes you'll have that happen. But other than that, it feels really good. I didn't put any powder over it or anything. I did put some powder right here, but I didn't put any underneath my eyes. Of course, I will get into my full final thoughts later on this evening in my 12-hour check-in, but I wanted to pop here on camera while I was out running errands so you guys could see what it looks like in more of a natural daylight situation. So I hope that this check-in was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys in my final thoughts. Okay, everyone, I am back to give my final thoughts on this concealer. It is currently 10:30 at night, so I've officially had this on for 12 hours. Now, this is the next day after I filmed the intro and stuff. So this is actually my 5th day that I have worn it. And as you saw previous to this, I applied this on camera today just so you guys could see it applied twice, just for a little bit of extra footage. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This is what the under eyes are looking like. It's been about 12.5 hours now. Okay, so now that we've done the close-up, I think this concealer wears really natural. It's a very, very natural concealer. I just can't wear it because I need more coverage. That is my only complaint about this concealer, is it just does not have enough coverage for me. This is definitely a light medium coverage. This is not a medium coverage. This is a light medium. So the entire time I've worn it, it's very hydrating, very comfortable. This creases, but I'm used to creases. I don't set my under eyes. So creasing is not an issue for me because I know that because I don't like powder underneath my eyes and I don't set my under eyes, the trade-off is my concealer will crease. That is basically just what it is. The entire time I've worn this concealer, the only thing I have not liked about it is that I just need more coverage. I don't know that I'll reach for it all that much unless it's on those really, really natural days where I'm not wearing very much makeup like I am today. As I've gotten older, my dark circles are getting darker. Like if you even go back to 2 years ago, the dark circles were not as dark as they are now. I've had a rough year and it's definitely showing. It's aging me. I need more coverage. It just is what it is. But if you are somebody that just likes a really nice, lightweight, light medium coverage that's a radiant concealer and very natural, this is really pretty. You know what the texture reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Dior Skin Correct. It kind of has that same type of texture where it's really lightweight, it goes on really pretty, but I would say the Skin Correct from Dior is a good medium coverage. This is a light medium coverage. For example, the Pat McGrath is a medium coverage, but it's a really lightweight concealer. It blends right in and it doesn't really look like you have concealer on. I prefer my Hourglass because it's just a full coverage and I love it so much. But this is a really natural concealer. Very beautiful on the under eye. Like even today, I went outside and the wind was blowing and my eyes started watering and you know, I didn't really feel like it messed up my concealer all that much. I think this is a really good concealer, personally. It claims to be a medium coverage. If it was an actual medium coverage, I would probably give it a 4.5 out of a 5, personally. But because it claims to be medium, and for me, I've only been able to get a light medium out of it, I think I'm only going to give it a 4. That's just me, but this is a really pretty concealer for those of you who want a light coverage. You just want something to be very radiant, very natural, blend right into the skin. I think it's really pretty, personally. I do. Like I did say, the shades run dark, so keep that in mind when you are shopping. So let me get into the differences between the Tarte Shape Tape, the Tarte Creaseless, and this Hydro Sealer. This is right in the middle between these two. Right in the middle, as far as finish goes. So we all know that Tarte Shape Tape is exceptionally thick, full coverage, very thick, very heavy, but people love it. Those that have hardly any wrinkles under the eyes, they love it. Now, the Tarte Creaseless Concealer is very emollient. It's almost like the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye concealer, that full coverage concealer. It has a lot of an emollient base to it. It's very hydrating, very beautiful. It's a full coverage, but a lot of people don't like how emollient it is. I think, you know, for me, I love that hydrated, fresh look, especially during the summer. That's when I wear this, is during the summer. Love this. But a lot of people don't like how it looks when it just kind of gives that shine and they're like, ugh. But if you're older and you have mature under eyes, that shine looks so healthy and youthful on those under eyes, and it gives the illusion of a creaseless look. The Hydro Sealer doesn't have the emollient. It's radiant and it gives that highlighted look. I mean, you can still see my under eyes have that shine to them. This gives a shine, but it's not an emollient-based shine. It's just more of a radiance. So it sets down, you know, this one takes a little bit longer to set down. This one sets down, I would say, pretty quickly. As soon as you blend it out, it sets in place and it doesn't seem to want to budge around very much. So I would say it's in between the Tarte Shape Tape and the Tarte Creaseless. Let's just say that you got the Tarte Creaseless and it was just too emollient based for you. If you are okay with a light medium coverage, I think you would really like the Hydrocealer. I think it's a beautiful concealer. I don't think it's going to work for everybody. I think it'll work for a lot of you out there, but I don't know that it's going to work for everybody. So I hope this review was helpful for you guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me in today's video. Don't forget to come right back here tomorrow because I'm going to be doing a full face of Pat McGrath. I got some new goodies from Pat McGrath and I am so excited to try. Oh my gosh, that box arrived like 3 days ago and I have been wanting to dig my hands into that box. I have a big box of a Pat McGrath haul that I am so excited to dive in that I picked up during the sale through Magic Links and Pat McGrath. It was a gift that they gave me and I'm so grateful. I cannot wait to open up that box and just start digging in. So come right back here tomorrow so you guys can check out the fun. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.